Say What They Can't Radio.
You can be anywhere in the world right now,
but you're here with us.
I am Renisa Rose.
Hey guys, it's your girl Amazing,
and welcome to the Personal Space Podcast.
I think I said personal. It's because I got a cough drop. I got the illest list right now.
In your mouth?
Yeah, my throat hurt.
Okay. And you chewing gum?
Nope.
Okay.
That's a nice coat. That's a polo. That's a nice coat.
Thank you.
You know they make good spring coats.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I like old lady
too.
fashion.
Polo is my shit.
Old white women fashion. That's my shit. It's classic. It's timeless.
That's why I love Ralph.
3 seasons ago.
So we don't get introduced?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Guys,
we have guests this week. Listen. It's like, it's hard because we have guests this week, guys.
We do.
Yeah.
Our friends, they're back.
They're
back.
death row.
Part two.
The leaders of the death row contract, just know we are in a 360 deal.
Oh, speaking of, we need y'all to sign something at the end of the show, too.
Oh.
Or else.
Oh, shit. See, it's death row. It is for sure death row. Okay, to my right.
Dray.
And to my left.
It's Pyro in the building.
How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Father's Day is coming.
Oh, it is?
On my birthday.
For real? You having a party?
Your
That's
birthday
dope.
the 15th?
What?
Oh, that's my
dope.
nephew's birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
You said you was going to have a party since we couldn't come last year.
No, I'm gonna have a hooky party, but not a birthday party.
Okay.
So we got skip work.
Because I'm big on
Say
fathers.
less.
I feel like,
Oh, yeah.
let father, we need our day.
No, that's
Yeah.
true.
So
That's very
I
true.
don't want to be selfish.
How do y'all typically spend your Father's Day?
With the kids, for me.
You do?
Yeah, like, some people want to be away from, with the kids. I just want them to come over, let's have dinner. Just
Y'all good parents.
play Uno or something.
Low key, usually.
Yeah.
Low key. Maybe get something to eat. That's about it.
Really?
Not
Like,
too much.
what's an ideal Father's Day gift? Like for the women, female watchers out there that want to surprise the amazing dads in their lives, what is a good Father's Day gift?
You can't go wrong with sneakers.
I was about to say socks.
Not socks. Nah, I think sneakers is a good gift. I think
Okay.
tickets to something like,
A
I
sporting
say
event.
Wu-Tang, a sporting event, or
Ooh.
an artist or
okay.
something. I think
They're going to be at the Prudential, right?
Yeah.
You going?
Nah.
Like, give out your alleged list real quick. Like, y'all don't have no shameless plugs. Just drop what y'all want this year.
I mean, I don't really want nothing. Like, nothing I could think of, like, off the top. But it's just like, it's funny because I have a question. So, like, we saw, like, this electric grill cleaner, right? So you put it on the grill, and my wife was like, do you want that for Father's Day? And I thought about it. It was like, wouldn't that be like me buying you a cleaning thing
Like
for
a-
Father's Day? And then I thought
yeah.
about it deeper. Like, people usually give tools and stuff like that to...
For y'all to do more work.
And yeah, why y'all giving us
I'm
more
not
work
gonna
to do
hold
on
you.
Father's Day?
If somebody pulled up with a Dyson vacuum cleaner on Mother's Day, I'm going to be so excited. I'm not going to hold you.
Some people might not like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's true.
It's
Yeah.
true. I guess, you look at it, I had an aunt who got a vacuum cleaner for Mother's Day. She was ecstatic because she likes to clean. So it's like, I got a high-end cleaning merchandise. I want to be left alone on Mother's Day.
Same. I was getting ready to say that. I can't even tell you when was the last time I saw my kid on Mother's Day.
I had
why
mine
you
this
out?
year.
Just
Ow.
go miss go ghost.
No, let me see. Did I see him on Mother's Day? Let me think about this.
You was out the night before?
No?
Oh, okay. I tried,
I
y'all.
know it's so when I see one, but
No, I wasn't. Let me think about when. Oh, no. Okay, so Mother's Day, we had a big family event. Not Mother's Day, the Saturday before. And so then on Mother's Day, I planned on sleeping so my son was with his dad, which was cool with me because I don't want to be, mommy, leave me alone. But I did go to brunch on Mother's Day, so that was cute. That was cool. But
One year, what I want to do, though, I do want to have like a Father's Day, like softball game, or
that's
basketball,
fun.
football
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
All the fathers, wives and significant others and kids share. So
That's
we
fun.
do that one.
Throw something on the grill.
next year, put that on the calendar.
Yeah,
And it'd be close to your birthday.
I always I don't get robbed. I get my gifts.
No.
That's good.
My mother didn't play that crap. My mother's birthday has fallen on Mother's Day so many times, and she made it very clear there are two separate.
Yeah, I need
occasions.
two separate. No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or one really, really big. I can't. But now, as we get older, it's like, I'm a mother too. What's up?
Yeah.
Nah,
Now our gifts cancel out. Like,
No,
Yeah.
I mean, even my niece and nephew, I told them after 18, we trade off. I don't get you nothing. But now we trade off.
That's fair.
Okay, so sneakers, tickets, left
Yeah.
alone. Y'all don't want cleaning products.
Good food.
Okay.
Okay.
Cologne. Not no bullshit either. Like,
What's the bullshit?
I don't want to. You know what I'm saying?
You want no cool
You
water?
gotta spend some money. You gotta spend some money.
You want baccarat?
Oh, yeah, 420, 520. Okay.
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 Bond number 9, like all of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All of those things.
My
right
dad's
there.
running low anyway, so it's fine.
Those are good gifts. Those are really good gifts.
All right, y'all heard it here first. That's what they want.
Yeah.
That's the dads. They want good shit. Don't sell the dads short because dads are super important.
No, they really are.
And I'm tired of people playing dads out, especially black
That's
dads.
what I'm talking about.
I'm tired of people playing black
I
dads.
cannot relate because my dad is everybody's dad.
Word. That's
Pop,
true.
Let me tell y'all. Wait, real quick. So this past weekend they had a jerk festival in New Brunswick.
I went last year.
Hold on a second. My dad lives right down the street, so he always walks out there. They got him on an Instagram reel, like bigging up somebody's like food stand. He's so high.
That shit was so funny.
You smoke? Hell yeah, since he was 16 years old.
Oh, okay.
When I tell you his eyes look like little half circles,
Look like the sunset.
and he's smiling so hard. He was like, "This good food, VI."
That shit was funny as hell. I said, look at Pop.
Yeah.
Kicking it.
Yeah.
And then, so when the lady was talking, he was standing there with his arms folded like, yeah, that's my people. That shit was so funny. That shit was funny.
I woke
That's
up the next
hilarious.
morning like,
Pop.
and he don't even got an Instagram. I can't even show him the video. I'm like, you on the Facebook.
Word.
They love Facebook.
The old people
The
love
Facebook. You on the Facebook.
Yo, let me tell you something. I don't really do much on Facebook, but I will never delete it because the best shit is on Facebook.
Oh.
It's so ghetto.
I'm just keeping it for the birthdays. That's how
Yeah,
we
they
we
do
work
really
That too.
I appreciate them for
Bro,
that.
for real.
Now, if Instagram let us remember birthdays, like if I logged into Instagram and I could see everybody's birthday at the top,
Yeah.
That would be dope.
I wouldn't even log on to Facebook.
Yeah.
I
No.
wonder why they don't do that. That's so
Because
easy.
let me
Because
tell
people be
you,
lying.
that's true.
People be capping. Facebook don't play that.
Yes. But Facebook is so funny. It'd be like, Regina Smith is a lying bitch.
I'm in the
Google's
comments.
Regina Smith.
No, they took it personal. Yeah. You're right.
I'm in the bed rubbing my feet together like,
Okay,
dang.
like, damn, Regina Smith, you gonna let them talk about you like that? Then you know. And then I saw this meme that said, when I'm reading Facebook beef, whoever looked the dirtiest is the one that lied. Said,
Yo, I
I do
stumbled
get some
upon a
deep
page.
right.
Yeah, I
My
think
new
about it.
Facebook obsession. Australia has their TSA has a Facebook page, and they talk about like they show you live catching drugs
What's going
at the
through the-
airport.
Word?
Yo,
oh, I got, see, you got something to
yo.
It's
I knew you were
good.
gonna say something else.
Wow.
Like,
Like this Asian lady from Vietnam tried to bring in pork. They find her
Pork?
and lychee. They don't play with their agriculture because they don't want people bringing in foreign parasites.
Got
to kill
it,
off they-
got it, got it.
Listen, I was sitting there. I'm telling you, I was enthused.
Wow.
can I ask you a question? Outside of drugs, not saying y'all did that. Have going through the airport and you know you was carrying something on. Were you ever outside of drugs? You ever like scared to death? Like, please, I don't need them to go through this. And if so, can y'all say what it is?
I feel like for me, my embarrassment is never gonna come at the line. It's gonna be checked in that bag.
Right.
Whatever I
right.
need to take to and from where I need to take
It's
it,
gonna
it's
go
gonna
under.
go in. It's gonna go under.
Gotta go under. Yeah,
We gotta go under the plane.
When I'm walking through with them dogs up front, I am clean as a whistle.
Mm-hmm.
Now, them little pins, it's going in my makeup bag.
That is true. Sometimes
It
I'll
looks like
even
eyeshadow, eyeliner.
it does. Or sometimes I'll even like roll a joint and slide it and throw it in my makeup bag because when it's going through, it look like
Your
an
makeup pen.
eyebrow pencil.
Actually, it probably don't because I saw the screens today on the TSA thing, and I was
Pyro.
like, it's just too small and it's legal.
These guys are talented. They're talented. I clearly said not drugs, and they're naming drugs. But it's okay. We can
Weed
keep
is
going.
legal. You can't.
Y'all good. Y'all
That's a
good.
fact.
Weed is legal, but I mean, I don't know. I guess nothing else.
Don't worry about it. Let's move
like
on.
when they be putting like dildos and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Now that's
yeah.
a thing. That's another page too, where they like what TSA found today. It'll be like dildos, like random kinks and
that would be
stuff.
crazy. All right?
Listen, they couldn't have me working. I'd be like, ma'am, I need to test this with the little.
Okay. Yeah, throw it in the trash.
I'm sorry, this tested positive for methamphetamine.
Oh my god.
I was at the airport one time, and this guy, like, when he opened his bag, mad condoms just flew out everywhere.
Plan on having a good. Can I
Safety
have
first.
I'm not looking
Man,
at
it's prepared.
Okay.
Can I get a couple of them? You don't need all of them.
You don't need all of
You
that.
need a penicillin
How
shot
much?
after that.
Okay, how much fun you trying to have?
Mhm.
It's crazy.
So what y'all got for us? What
Okay,
y'all
okay.
got for us?
Well, you know we gotta talk about the elephant. What's a couple of elephants in the room?
What's that?
First things first. Remy and Pat.
Oh,
That is
Okay.
a mess.
So someone told me that women are so delusional to the fact, like we are skating over the fact that Remy cheated.
Oh yeah.
Did y'all hear the
It's a
voice
whole
note
fact.
she sent him?
skill set.
Did y'all hear the
Oh,
voice
when
note
like,
when they
oh,
called?
because you
when they
knocked them
said-
out, now I gotta be cool with them.
I didn't hear that.
I was like, no, the first thing when I saw that, I was like, she's a fucking Gemini. She's
What?
fucking ill. Like,
Wait, what
she's a Gemini.
happened? Tell
When
me.
he snuck the dude, she was like, I was about to stop fucking with him, but now that you hit him, I don't want him to sue us, so now I gotta keep fucking with him to make sure we good.
Finesse.
Because what she said, because then I'm gonna have all of the team Pap and team that nigga, or
Finesse.
some shit like that.
Oh my
Straight diss
God, I
that
did
dude.
not even hear that. Yeah, no, that shit is
Listen,
wild.
I ain't even gonna hold you. I want them to take us out the group chat.
No, it's
I do.
true.
I want to like.
Now I do. Yeah, I want to be out too.
Yeah,
I'm like,
me
you
too.
know, it
Me
makes
too.
me sad because it's like black love, and now they like no longer.
Well, that's
I think they're
why.
gonna get back together.
Well,
I think
that's
it's
why other people's like relationship goals can't be your relationship goals. Other people's relationship, like, because you don't know what the fuck is going on in their room. You don't know what the hell kind of agreement they got. They could have had a little secret open relationship, but it just got messy.
It wasn't open. She cheated, but you know,
Well, no, that's fair.
reminisce.
I just think.
I'm still Team Remy.
I
but,
mean, you
like,
know, we saw it, we watched it, it was entertaining, but I think the whole shit is corny.
Oh, for sure.
I think
You know,
the little
I think
young
they know it's
girl-
corny. It's just who's more corny doing the shit.
the
but
young girl,
Wait, who's
Yeah.
the young girl?
the Pepper's
The-
girlfriend.
The boxer, Clarissa Shields.
She's going outside.
That's because she's young and she don't know
I
nothing.
think she was the victim in this.
and I don't really
Nah,
even
she
pay
his
attention that
girlfriend.
much to it. I'm more on the Pap
So
and
I
Remy.
do feel like essentially she is the victim in this because she don't know. Pap
Yeah.
is like 46,
Pap's
47.
daughter is her age.
Exactly. And Remy is 40 something. So she playing big people games. And this is you guys stay out of married people's business.
But did y'all see I saw the Breakfast Club interview where this whole thing, the second half of it started?
Nah, what
Yeah,
happened?
yeah. When they asked her about the elephant in the room.
What did she say wrong?
I forgot.
She didn't say nothing wrong.
I don't think she said anything
Remy
wrong.
was just looking for a reason.
I
to
don't
go.
think she said nothing wrong, but I also, you know, women, you can't be nobody's husband's girlfriend.
That's
you just
true.
can't be nobody's husband's girlfriend.
That is
Like,
very true.
You just can't. You can't. It's not a good
So-
space to be in.
So why isn't nobody talking about Easy the Block Captain doing a whole bunch of interviews talking?
Oh,
I
I
think
never
he do an
seen
interview.
him.
I know. I
Yeah.
never seen him. He doesn't.
He
maybe
got a
'cause
bunch of audio out there, a bunch of interviews out there. He has his own
he shouldn't be
YouTube talking
nobody's
about it.
wife, girlfriend.
Right, so, but even with that-
boyfriend, I don't know.
He was saying blatant shit. Yeah, I
Blatant.
took the boy girl and this and that. All she said was, "That's his business to speak
Right,
on."
right.
She didn't say nothing. Remy
That's
was
true.
looking for
Okay.
something.
I do remember. Yeah. She didn't say anything. She was just like, I mean, I know what we have together and this is what we are doing. And, you know, he's a good man. But
Never said nothing bad about.
no,
Remy.
she didn't. She didn't say anything bad about Remy. But I do feel like if you gonna be somebody's husband's girlfriend, you just gotta kind of like chill, let them figure out what the fuck they gonna do. And then once, like, he hadn't even filed for a divorce yet.
Right.
You know, so it's like whether they've been separated for however many years, if that man wants to be with you, he would do what the fuck is necessary. Now, of course, divorce takes a long time, right? And if they got mad shit to
Okay, to file for legal separation.
exactly.
Give me something.
If they live in New Jersey, I think you got to be legally separated for a year anyway before you can get a divorce.
So when y'all talking right now, y'all talking from the standpoint that of Pat and the boxer girl shouldn't have
This is what I'm
No,
hearing.
no, I'm not saying they shouldn't be in a relationship.
No, that's not-
what I'm saying is, here's what I'm saying, because you can't help who you love. I feel like you ain't start off to get here. I would just advise women from being in a relationship with a married man because they're still married. And because the way they fighting back and forth lets me know they still give a fuck about each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what happens if one day they decide to reconcile? Where does that leave you?
Again, she still never said nothing reckless.
Oh, I'm not
It's-
saying she
it's
said nothing
easy to
reckless.
From the
block.
beginning,
It's talking reckless.
I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is this. Remy cheated. That was not right because we was really rooting for y'all. this girl, I want her to like, you so young, you got your whole career ahead of you.
Yeah.
It wasn't no single nigga out there with no baggage. Seriously, like you don't think you deserve that? Like, do you feel like this is your end all
Right,
be all?
right,
You
right.
talking about having a baby, inviting this lady to the cookout? Why are you thinking that far ahead? Stay where your feet at.
Right.
Because if that man decides tomorrow he won't make his marriage work, and she
Mm-hmm.
decides she won't make her marriage work, your feelings gonna be hurt,
Come
and
on,
they gonna be
y'all.
laughing at you.
If we're gonna talk about her, we
about
gotta
that
talk
man.
about Easy the Block Captain. I'm not.
But
letting
I
this
feel like
happen.
they not gonna
I
be
am
laughing. But I don't feel like they're gonna be laughing at that man because
He already got knocked out.
But he still took that man's wife, and
Exactly.
honestly, there is a imbalance of the scale. Like nobody's gonna look at him like, she went back to her husband. Okay, they're gonna be like, but you. I mean, I don't know.
Can't take.
You can't take somebody
Yeah.
away from somebody. It's like, because they're
You know.
Clarissa and what's his name? Easy Wider?
You said Easy Wobble.
If you want to smoke, just say
He about to roll
You
up.
said Easy Wobble?
Easy Wider.
Oh,
Easy the Block Captain.
I mean,
Wet.
it's the worst name I
Name's kinda
ever
trash.
heard.
I'm sorry. Easy the block. That's a mouthful.
And he's been like 0-4, like in battles since it started.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta get your hand in here.
he was the hottest one. They got
Got work.
together.
Just
Oh,
we
yes.
gonna call him Easy Wider.
No, he's still nice, but they got so much content on
Of course,
it.
they whooping his ass.
there's too many L's all around to take, man. Like,
It
you-
makes-
Nobody's winning. Nobody's.
Nobody is winning, but I
Nobody's
do
winning.
think that Clarissa and Easy Wider should just go their separate ways.
I think they should just let these two figure it
That's
out.
it. That's literally it. And if everything works out, then Remy could go back to Easy the guy. Easy. Tell me one more time.
Let's go easy. Let's go easy.
Easy Wobble.
Pass. Easy pass.
Easy pass.
Easy
Okay.
pass.
But, hold on, but this raises another question. Just because you have a kid together, assets,
Mhm.
does that mean you have to say?
No.
Obviously, they don't seem happy.
No way.
I wouldn't say that. I'm not saying they gotta stay together. I do also think that shouldn't you end something before you start it?
Yeah, but how many?
Like, I feel like it's easier to find a job when you got a job.
Yeah, how many guys really do that?
You still putting it.
That's true. I mean, when he filed for divorce now, and now he talking about just signing papers. Nigga, you just filed yesterday.
24 hours.
The ink ain't even dry yet.
I will say though that most of Pat's receipts though they just come off a little bit more authentic, more like to balance the scales on his side. His receipts are better than the stuff that Remy's been putting out.
Well, that's true.
Because some of the stuff she's been putting out it's not even.
Wait, what you call him? Corn Poos. That was
The
it.
first shit she said, though, I didn't. She was like, "Oh, and by the way,
It's a lot of money shit.
he like his ass to play with."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
Obviously, you was playing with it.
Yeah.
gloves is off.
Like that's so good.
That's why I take us out the group chat.
Right.
Right.
Take us out the group chat.
Yeah.
Because I looked like he didn't get his ass played with. Please stop. Like
I mean, maybe he get money.
So who cares? Like, I mean, that like you said, that you just too far. Like,
Exactly.
there's a lot of stuff that just it's not making you look good.
No, not at all.
That just makes me look you assy.
Yeah, exactly.
And I like Remy. I like Remy.
That video montage he put out of them dating and all years and stuff. I'm like, how is this? This does prove what he's saying,
Yeah.
right?
He said that too. He said
Right?
that too.
So it's like, all right. I don't know if that was a good thing.
Remy and the guy.
She put out like
because they put out like the reason why she coming like this so hard is because
Oh,
she
okay.
was like,
She
we
get
can't be over here. Who is doing reminisce?
No, it's
That's
true.
the real question. This happened on a school night. Don't reminisce. Go
Oh
home.
no, leave
Oh no.
a kiss.
That's, like I just feel like go do the homework with the baby. Focus on your child. Because honestly, at this age, she about 4 years away from being like really engulfed in social media and stuff like that. She gonna see this shit on the internet.
That's what
So
you
be
see.
her
Yeah.
parent.
Yeah.
So when I say all that, I ain't trying to be funny. It's the truth. Like, think about the kids. Yo, kids is reading all of this shit.
Yeah.
That brings me to like the Combs kids. I looked at them this week. I was like, damn, the little girls just graduated, right? And I'm like, you can see them like trying to be happy in
Yeah.
spite of like
Yeah.
your mom is dead
Mhm.
and your dad is about to spend the rest of his life in jail, and you got the biggest milestone of your life, and none of your parents is present.
Right.
That's crazy.
That shit.
Hard.
I was like, they look so beautiful, but it made me so sad. And I think that people forget, like, he may have been a monster to the rest of the adult population,
Mhm.
but to them kids,
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
nobody can
was
question
his
him as a
world.
father.
No.
And I love, he was a good father because them kids is so close.
Yeah, they
And
really
they don't
are.
all have the same mom. And usually when that happens, it be one kid over there.
Yeah.
Them kids is so close.
Even the Quincy.
Yeah.
I mean, because he know he got to step up.
Yeah.
And I think they also stopped spending
No.
his money like crazy.
No, I'm talking about him
I ain't seen him in a
embracing
while.
Quincy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Biological.
Yeah.
Now, nobody can ever question about it.
No.
At this point,
Dope
Quincy his child. I'll be sure who.
He did some corny shit this week
He
too.
did.
I'll be
sure.
He
Sure.
damn
So
sure
What
did.
he do?
He always doing some corny shit.
Yeah,
Which
he
one
does.
you talking
Like,
I'm
about?
talking about when he. Well, I don't know. I think it was his mom. His mother passed away. He, you could tell they have somebody queuing it. Like, go. He's going in. Y'all didn't see it.
No.
You know, I muted him
He's
after he
going
came out
in
there.
the room. Google it. He's going in the room while they're zipping his mother up.
That shit is weird.
Showing it.
That shit is weird as fuck.
I'm like,
Doing too much. Doing too much.
that was crazy.
Let's just blame it on his Coleman.
Like, who? Like, you starving for attention like that? You gonna put your
Like,
mother?
this dude is on a
Getting
he's
zipped
on a
up?
talking tour talking about the Kim Porter shit, and that's why her
I
friend
do-
recently came out and was just like, "Yo, this dude was nowhere around." Like,
yeah. Well, because if you
shit is
were
whack.
around,
Did he want to raise your child?
exactly, Diddy wouldn't have had to raise.
He want to raise your child.
Right.
Or he would have been a part, but he wouldn't have raised your child.
Well,
Listen.
there's that. I don't know. I'll be sure it's very weird.
Before we get into it, y'all see Misa suing Mary?
Yo, that's crazy.
wow.
Over fucking Votto?
Yeah, that's kind of
Over Votto. So I guess Misa started a record label, I guess?
No, Misa is his manager.
Oh, okay. Misa is his manager. And Mary wanted her, I guess, new boyfriend to be the manager. Some shit like that.
Yeah.
And Mary stopped answering Misa phone calls and all of that shit. And so now they got to be in court.
Oh, God.
And they suing for $5 million. Misa suing Mary for $5 million
And they're like sisters.
over Votto.
Oh,
It's not just Vaughn. I think it's him and Mary's dude. It's Mary because Mary dude wants to be the manager.
Right.
she found a new dude like the last dude?
That's what it sounds like.
Can do.
Because Mary tired on them tours. We talked about this.
She's sitting there
We
like,
talked about this. My girl is tired.
she's not even singing no more. She holding the mic out
And
like
all
this.
them, listen, Keisha called the same thing. Y'all got today.
They got to sit down.
Now
Please.
the girl said Misa. She said she's this is business. It doesn't have anything to do with our friendship. $5 million got to have something to do with your friendship.
If we're not gonna be friends after 5 minutes, because I
You
feel
can't
like
be.
this is why we're not gonna be friends. Even
Yeah.
if you want to be my friend, I can't fuck with you because you ain't feel like you have to pay me my money.
Right. Or you felt like
And
you
we
could
have-
snake me.
Yeah, and we have to go to court for this. So at this point, even if Mary still wanted to be her friend, it's like, do you still want to be friends with somebody who took money from you?
Yeah.
Two things I get from this. I get there's some pillow talking going on
Ooh.
with the dudes.
Right.
And even though they're not related, but they're 40 years in the industry. That's
Yeah.
Yeah. Mary
what is it? They say
Justin-
blood is thicker than water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
But
mother-
cum-
But
yeah.
cum is thicker than both. Remember?
What? Cum?
Blood thicker than water, but cum is thicker than both. Skeet.
Okay. I never heard that.
But
I never heard that.
skeet
But
motherfuckers.
but I guess it's true. That is true. You know,
Just don't let that shit go over your head. I got to write that down.
I got that one for free.
no.
To be the title. Blood thicker than water, but cum is thicker than
Cum is
That
thicker
is
than both. But cum is thicker than both. It's like, well, what the fuck they finna talk about?
Don't get bad views on this.
Okay, what the fuck they finna talk about? No, that's really sad that Mary and Misa is about to be in court over $5 million in Votto.
You think they're gonna be in Brooklyn with Diddy? Segue.
What you mean?
This week, I'm just trying to get back to Diddy.
Got it.
Capricorn Jones took the stand.
Capricorn who?
Capricorn Jones.
Clark?
Leave me alone.
Call it CC.
Cece.
Capricorn Jones. I think it just sounds more creative.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
She just gave her whole last name.
Sure did.
Okay.
So,
Capricorn.
the Diddy case is the Rico case. Is it? What is this? Week 3?
Day 10. So yeah. it's week-
Rico, sex trafficking, and transporting.
It's at everything.
So what? I want to know when they're gonna introduce the transporting because like we're
they
like
did
between
they already did that.
They did
That's
that.
the
the men's.
flying in and shit like
people's
that.
in.
That's
But
considered
wasn't that consensual?
I don't
No.
know. No, non-consensual technically wasn't. in order for that to happen, it has to be from a different state. The guy lived in Harlem. He lived in Harlem, and they used to go to the Trump Plaza, which is New York. So they didn't technically prove
Even the LA dudes,
So that's
that was in LA.
he never brought them out this way.
They haven't provided an escort to say that yet.
But if he's doing
they're not
escorts,
done.
but the escort service, is that essentially illegal?
Not if you're getting paid. They were getting paid to come dance, and whatever happened after that happened.
That's consensual.
And according to the sex workers, remember, y'all, witnesses is law, right?
right.
Mm-hmm.
He said she asked him, "Hey, let's just start off dancing. Let's just start off oiling each other, and if we feel something,
Whatever
let's just
happens,
go."
happens.
That's what she said. That's what I put that out there.
So there's a
I
lot
don't like
of
the way you took a deep breath. When you said that.
no. I mean, I'm just
Listen,
it's just a lot. It's
No,
a
it is.
lot. It really is a lot.
It's a lot.
Nobody's ever gonna be the same after this.
No.
nah,
A lot.
you know the dude from Day 26 just did a podcast with T.J. Holmes and his girl that he got fired from the station with, Amy Roback. You know they started a podcast.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you took the. Oh, okay.
TJ Holmes and-
Okay. Yes.
So
yes.
Q from Day 26 and I think RBO Day. See, we don't got to hear from RBO Day. She been talking about how bad Diddy
Right.
was. She's never not told her story.
That is true.
She stood on big business, but it's a little conflicting about the whole red horse tranquilizer that he said Dawn gave him when he went to the Hamptons. I was like, dang.
So he said Dawn gave him a horse tranquilizer.
That he thought it was ecstasy. He thought that they were doing ecstasy together, like for the first time to have a good night. But he said he took that pill, and 20 minutes later, he passed out. And when he woke up, he was in a different part of the house. There were cameras in front of him. He knows something happened. He probably knows what happened. He don't want to say it.
Right.
She's saying that's not the truth. I've never spoken on this. It was a mess. I don't think he's lying. I think something happened to him.
Yeah.
Because why? First of all, what man want to come out and say he was violated? Like in this big age,
Yeah.
and that's taboo in our community
Mm-hmm.
because people don't look at you like
Right.
you a little.
Now you fruity.
Wow, I don't know, but I know.
That's
And when
crazy.
you see a grown man break down crying like that, I don't know. I ain't saying it happened,
but something happened.
Why you crying like that?
Something happened. That's really crazy. That's just.
All right, back to
I
Capricorn.
don't know about that one.
You don't know yet? I don't know. It gave real. I don't
pass.
know.
What is it? Why only stuff getting real after the lawsuits is out? Everybody's giving.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
they said that
You know-
Day 26 did an episode. Day 26 is trying to like revamp themselves.
Yeah.
And one of them started to speak out about it, and the rest of them shushed them. Like,
Okay.
so he
I
said
heard that on the
he
Breakfast
wanted to
Club.
tell his story because when he tried to, they told him to chill. So I don't know. We wasn't there. We know that this man was running amok. We don't know to what magnitude. We don't know. We wasn't there.
Capricorn Clark told us.
A lot of people did stuff, unfortunate, chasing the lights, man.
Yeah.
Of course, it's like the dangling of the carrot. Like,
Yeah.
I got something.
Did it for the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like even the person who y'all mentioned, like what she said, she got paid $55,000 a year and she worked 20 hours a day. Like that's why you doing it. And you seeing all the stuff that you like that you couldn't stand that was driving you crazy.
She went to HR, and HR determined that
She was owed $80,000 back pay.
if she gave the paper to Diddy to tell her that she was due this money,
He ripped that shit up.
But like it's like even with the 80,000, you add that to the 55, it's still not.
But this was also 2012.
right.
You could live off of $55,000.
But in those situations, you know what you're getting. It's the opportunities, the perks. the-
Yeah,
the perks. That's what
and
you-
it's like
that's
being able
what
to
you're
say
doing.
who I work for.
Right. Right.
She know where the bodies is buried, but I also think where he kind of messed up. He should have threatened her,
Yeah,
allegedly.
allegedly.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
as
did.
long as what they say.
Allegedly, because
so.
I'm sorry, I think that Kid Cudi thing took stuff to a different direction. Allegedly.
Well, allegedly,
Allegedly.
if that did happen, that's something that there's a couple of things he did that I question. Allegedly. Like, why bring her?
Right.
Why bring her there? That's something that I didn't.
Because I think at the time she was no longer working for him; she was working for Cassie, and she helped conceal the relationship.
Right.
But
So-
why bring her to the crime scene?
Some people just be
Fear.
liking to show off.
Tactics, like I will kill you if you let another man come around her again. It's like
Some people be liking to show their
Yeah.
power because
And
according to the testimony, Cuddy pulled up and he pulled off.
right.
Right? So it's like, some people, and then also, and not talking about Diddy per se, but sometimes when people be high and you come down off that high
Yeah,
and you
you
in the middle of
snap
that
back
shit,
into
You be like, whoa, hold on now. Gotta go.
because they've said that they've allegedly said that about him, is that like, you know, he goes crazy when he be on that hot shit, and then he comes down, he want to buy everybody everything. I mean, try to make everything
Like
right. So,
remorse and shit.
Yeah.
His right mind.
And also somebody in that car to be thinking too, because as soon as Cuddy came down, a minute later the cops came.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you know you dirty in that car. You gotta
you gotta
Gotta get him out of there.
It's true.
Gotta go.
Screwed.
He didn't deserve that.
Nah,
He ain't deserved that.
But that's Cassie's fault.
yeah.
That's
yeah.
you know, because if you know that you are dealing with someone who is
Crazy.
this crazy,
Don't deal with nobody. Lead him out of it. You
you got to.
I heard today when what you call Capricorn
Jones.
Jones when she said well, you need to start seeing other people. She's like well, Jay-Z is taken.
mhm.
Oh yeah.
So much- so much-
That's how they ended the testimony yesterday.
Jay-Z about to quit.
They ended it on
He
that.
don't play by his
Crazy.
does not play by his public image. Like
But it's a situation where, I mean, I guess they're just trying to show where her mindset is.
Yeah,
but I will say this: Capricorn Clark is not the fit. She is not a fit for Cassie. Like she didn't believe she had any talent. She felt like it was a waste. She knew the only reason why they were putting anything into her is because of who she was fucking with.
And she was beautiful.
Why did they asked her that on the stand? That's crazy.
Because I think they were trying to prove that she wasn't a pro Cassie advocate.
Right.
Like, I'm not up here telling my story because I'm in support of Cassie. I'm telling my story because I'm in support of me and my experience.
Right.
That's I mean, that's a prosecution setup. Like they'll ask, they're beating. It's smart. Is they're beating the defense to the punch. Like, hey, are you here because you've been subpoenaed? Yes. They do that on purpose.
Yeah,
so but they've already been.
You already prepped this because you got to prep the witness.
Right.
You know, I'm watching enough crime shows to know y'all done talked about this before.
Okay.
But
But today was a bad day for me. Today was
the letter, the recommendation letter, I think that's where his case took a turn for the left. Because the defense presented it as though the letter was created in 2024 when the letter was actually from 2012, and that was a part of their settlement. So now, up until that letter was mentioned, we didn't know that him and Capricorn Clark had a settlement back in 2012. It wasn't introduced to the case. But because he said, "What about this letter?" She was like, "No, that's from 2012. I know this because I wrote it and he signed it.
Wow.
It was a part of our settlement." What settlement?
Now,
Redirect. Talk about this settlement now.
Here's another. Well, this is something I heard allegedly. First of all, it was 2 different times she tried to come back. Number 2, I heard she got paid allegedly got paid $1 million by Interscope, and then she had to pay the taxes on that, and then that money ran out quick, according to Suge Knight, which she used to work for. So.
Right.
Yeah, I don't believe. Listen, she said it. She said, "I miss the lifestyle." I don't think that doesn't change what she experienced.
Right.
This is the same
And he
assistant.
probably blackballed her.
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
So she went to go work for Chris Lighty, and the next day, the day before she's supposed to start working for Chris, is it Chris Lighty? He commits suicide.
Yeah. Wow.
Allegedly.
That
He
really
really
happened the
did
day
commit-
before her first day.
No. He said
he
allegedly.
died.
He said allegedly suicide because remember his wife was the main
Yeah.
corporate on that one.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a series of unfortunate events, but I mean,
Lemony Snickets.
So then just go back. So this monster.
now-
Go back to the monster.
huh?
So then go back to the monster.
Because maybe he changed. Oh. Maybe he's not so crazy anymore. Maybe he calmed down.
But again, it's like that power trip. I'm not.
Right.
Listen, you also can't blame a victim if you've never been a victim.
Right.
Because the people will say, "Well, why are you staying with that man that beat your ass?" People stay for 20, 30 years and get their ass beat.
I wasn't even talking about Cassie in this one.
No, I'm talking about her. Same shit. Abuse is abuse.
Yeah.
Just because you're not sleeping with the man don't mean that you haven't experienced abuse.
Right.
If you feel like he gonna kill you, you gonna do what you gotta do to make sure you don't get killed. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I don't know what I would do in that situation.
Right.
I would hope that I'm strong enough to be like, I'm out.
Right. Like I could take my talents elsewhere. But then if this is what you do for work and you try to go work for someone else and he has completely blackballed you, well, where the fuck else you gonna work? You got to go back home.
I mean,
You pivot, you redirect, and you do some new shit. You go work at Whole Foods.
As powerful as Puff is, Puff has a lot of enemies.
Yeah.
You go to G Unit. It's a bunch of
that's
people that
fair.
don't like Puff.
That's true.
It's I mean, and again, not talking about her, but there's certain choices to be made because there's people who came in who you've heard stories about, like even 50 Cent. 50 Cent was like, yo, when Puff was like, yo, I'm gonna take you shopping, he said, fuck no, you ain't taking me no goddamn shopping. Meek Mill said, cool, we gonna go shopping.
That's
You know what I'm
true.
saying? Like you got a choice to make.
That is very true.
Life's
know,
about
so-
choices. Like you hear the stories. Why you think you're gonna be exempt?
Uh-huh.
Now you do gotta use a little bit of discernment.
Absolutely.
Now, I will give the people of the 90s and the early 2000s a little bit of credit. There wasn't no internet.
That's true.
It
So
wasn't
you
no
can only
pipeline.
hear
It's-
like
yeah.
the little chatter from the the telephone game. So you hear a little
But
chatter.
that's enough for me to be like, no, I'm gonna just leave at 12 o'clock. Thank you for the invite to the party. But
That's true.
I'll
Well,
see y'all at the
that
next
is true.
one.
That's
I'll
true.
see
So
y'all at the next one.
yeah.
Listen, I only got to see some weird shit happen one time.
one time.
The moment the drugs come out, I'm gonna be like, oh my god,
It's not my thing.
I got diarrhea.
Don't do no
I'm about
drugs
to-
around me.
I will throw up. I'll pass out. Now y'all got to call. Please call. Oh,
Call my mama.
is that cocaine?
And the first time it happened, or maybe even the second time it happened, that's really when you got the decision.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
make.
Ain't no
yeah.
second
Alright.
time. The moment I see them drugs, I'm not. Hey, thank you so
That's
much
when
for
you're
the
like, yo,
invite.
do I want this
Yeah.
lifestyle? Do I
Yeah,
want to,
yeah.
If you don't,
go through
they
this
know they
shit?
can't trust you. You can't be around them.
Yeah.
Right.
Saying, you can
Exactly.
trust me to not never say nothing, but trust me to never come back. And when you say why, I ain't got no babysitter.
Yo,
but
and
you
I'm
have
sure
kids.
there's hundreds of people out there who was approached for freak offs in Hollywood.
Oh, for sure.
Who
for
said
sure.
no? Who just ain't saying nothing about
That's
it?
true.
And
Oh,
that's
for
okay.
sure.
Listen,
For
you
sure.
gotta talk about it. Just be like, it's not for me. No,
It's
thank you.
not for
I
me.
don't believe in that putting on blast shit. Like the people who did it can talk about it. You did
Right.
it. But if somebody approached you, cool. It's like, all right, no, thank you.
Yo, remember how everybody thought the freak offs was this big orgy session? Like a whole bunch of celebrities?
That's
I
They
true.
I
quiet
didn't-
now, right?
Yo, they real quiet. Yo, it's mad people that's quiet.
Let me tell you something. I didn't think it was gonna go this far because I really felt like Trump was gonna get Diddy pardoned. I'm not gonna.
We gotta
hold
get
you.
convicted first.
If he get convicted, he'll
I
pardon him.
thought Trump was gonna pardon him because I think Diddy know a lot because he also started to integrate with the pop culture.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm
He
sure
does
he'll
know
pardon
that.
him. Who he's on a pardoning spree right now.
Yeah.
right?
Larry Hoover.
Larry
just got
Hoover's out.
pardoned.
NBA young boy.
NBA young
got
boy,
pardoned
Larry
too?
Hoover.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the Chrisleys, don't forget about them. I fuck with the
Yeah.
white
Your
people.
man Joe Exotic was pissed. He ain't get bought.
Joe Exotic did it.
He's
Nope.
And his
pissed.
husband just died.
No, he got
Who died?
deported.
I thought he died.
No.
Who
Shit,
died?
he ain't never coming back.
He got deported to
Joe
Mexico.
Exotic husband.
Oh.
Yeah.
The young boy?
Yeah, the little
Oh,
Spanish
he's
boy.
messing with.
He got deported
Yo,
back to Mexico
Tiger
and he
King
left
had me in
it.
a
I can't believe I watched
chokehold.
that shit.
Yo, and he left. Wait a minute.
That's why he ain't
because
get pardoned.
I saw it, so y'all gotta hear it. So he was like, my husband went back he was deported today. He got released and was deported. But let me show y'all what he left me. And so it was like a paper. And it looked like, you know how like women will put lip prints on a piece of paper? It was like booty hole print.
Oh no!
He gonna put a hole in it?
Yo, it was like all over the paper, but it was real neat. And if like you like what the at first glance, I was like, what the fuck is this? But then when you look, it's like, oh, like fuck. I could have went the rest of my life without seeing
Yo,
that.
free Joe Exotic. He
So-
didn't kill that lady.
So y'all think the prosecute? So it's like a slam dunk. Think they proven it?
Nah,
this
I think it's building up. I think we haven't
Yeah.
even reached the pinnacle. I don't think. You think they're gonna make his kids take the stand?
No.
No.
That
I'm just a little
that little
disappointed.
twin, he on the path.
I'm a little disappointed in Diddy's defense team though. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
they took. It's
kinda
like
whack so far.
now the two I like was the two from the Young Thug case, Blair.
Oh, okay.
That girl,
and the girl.
she was a rider.
Yeah.
Sis went to jail.
Yeah, she did.
You feel
They
me?
need.
The man did too.
Listen, that's what I.
That's who they need to have cross examining. These other two, I don't. They gotta step up. Well, it might be lights out.
Okay.
Might be. He
Might
gonna
be
get
lights
convicted of something. He may not spend life, but he gonna have to do something.
out. He just gotta beat the Rico to avoid life.
Yeah.
Got a bit through Rico, but like, you know, a lot of the law shows and the expert shows I be watching was just like, yo, there's nobody who didn't see that video, right? No matter what,
Yeah,
right?
right.
They were
Yeah.
like, so in your mind already, you're already like, this is a bad man, this is a monster
Yeah.
man. So
They've
in most
tainted.
cases, the jury's already tainted.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna try to find something to find him
They knew
guilty
that.
on.
They knew.
So
And I don't want to put a date. Wednesday, something happened on Wednesday, right? So the fire department people, is it the fire department people or the LAPD? They put something out there basically saying that somebody in this courtroom had LAPD tamper with the evidence. So it was the fire department put it out.
Oh shit.
So they moved for a mistrial. And he was like, listen, what he just said, the jury can't unhear that.
Yeah.
So they was like, they just asked, all right, we're gonna bring him in. They denied him, and they was like, hey, what you just heard.
Throw that out.
Yeah.
Cross it out.
You can't unhear that.
You can't unhear that shit.
Yeah.
Like our human mind is set up to we can't be unbiased in that
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah,
Like
I don't expect people
half
to
of them already got book deals, man. They just
Okay.
they like,
I
yeah, whatever you
can't
say.
wait.
Yeah.
Make it an audio.
And unlike the OJ jurors, they get to come home.
They do.
You can't miss.
Are they not
this shit.
sequestered?
No, they get to come home.
They told them
Get
not to
outta
watch
here.
the TV.
Yeah.
How gonna
Like, and you can't talk to nobody about the case, and you can't.
Nah, they should be
I'll
sequestered.
be on.
yeah.
This is too high profile of a case.
He
They should be
kept
On the phone
sequestered.
like, hey, friend.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm not
Dayton
saying
in
he's
court.
not a monster. I'm not saying but I think
What happened?
he's not getting a fair trial. On this one. They doing.
I
him a
think
little
Diddy ain't stopped getting a fair trial when he started being arrogant. Humility
very
takes
true.
you a really long way.
It does. And
You
he
know,
had
we wouldn't
none.
even be here if he would have just apologized to that girl and ran her some money.
And we
Before the
would-
tape, before everything. You got on there, you heckled that girl, you lied, you said you never did nothing, you never put your hands on her. A week too later, you busting her ass in the Intercontinental to LA. Come on, man. And you know you got the tape.
That was another.
Is
Get
it-
rid of the
Is
tape.
you dumb?
Like, you know,
And take your ass to Bali. The moment her shit would have came out, I'd have been on the next.
All he had to do was get
Me
rid of
and
the tape.
Baby Love would have been on the next thing smoking in Bali.
All he had to do was get rid of that tape. He was
Yeah.
good. The
Nah, he
they
couldn't have got
found
rid of it. That lady-
They
that-
found it and gave it to CNN.
Yo, but didn't the tape come from didn't the guy who worked for the hotel say he recorded
And said
the
this-
footage
and showed
came
it to
from
his
him?
wife?
He recorded it to show it to his wife.
He
and that's how
recorded
got
it,
the
but I
footage?
think he also gave it to Diddy.
No, but yeah, the one they got, the feds
Took that from his
confiscated.
house.
Yeah, but if he didn't throw it away, he'd have been
I just want to
good.
know what y'all did with all that baby oil. Y'all gonna send it to the starving countries? Listen, I don't know. To be continued. I feel like we're gonna be talking. How many more weeks is left in this trial? It's not
July 4th is when
They
it
said they
wraps.
might even wrap up before that.
Yeah.
What's going on with Tory?
I knew you wanted to talk about that. Tory is still sitting right where the fuck he's sitting.
So
Yes.
Tory got stabbed, and a nurse, like they showed, they talked about the angles at which he was stabbed, and someone in the medical professional said if he was stabbed in all them places, he would not be with us.
Right. They talked about like his lungs, and
Did
both
he-
of his lungs had
Did he get
collapsed.
stabbed with a butter knife?
No, so I mean,
I
it's
saw it, man. That shit look harsh.
Wait a minute, you really? So, first of all, we go to
That shit
Tory.
look
We skip
harsh.
over Megan, and then we just go to the
no, because
stabbing.
you said
This one,
We said Tory. We never even mentioned Megan. What happened to
you
Meg?
know why Tory in there?
Listen, Kelsey gonna get her shit. I felt like she had something to do with it.
oh, for
There
sure,
you go.
for sure.
Where Corey fucked up is that recording.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Where
you know
Yes.
what?
Another thing where Corey fucked up at is his lack of humility.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You heckled that girl. You
Yes.
laughed at that girl, and her and her homegirl set you the fuck up. Now look at you, fool. You should have been like, yo, what happened to her was fucked up. I'm co-oping with the police because you didn't do shit, man. And you're not even American. So not only you gonna do
And
time-
you're
it's
not
true.
American, and
They
you're
gonna
a
deport
fucking
him.
felon.
You're gonna deport him.
So you weren't even supposed to be around the gun anyway.
You are like, there was so many things to get you. Listen, y'all be talking about no snitch, no snitch, no stitch. That girl set you the fuck up and let you fall on the sword.
Wait, how?
Because Kelsey is proof that Kelsey shot the gun.
From who?
You know,
That's what they saying.
Allegedly.
Well,
Who
but
gave
then,
that proof? Who gave that press conference?
But then Megan's law,
That's his people, but
Megan's
her
team-
bodyguard.
So
Yeah,
Megan's
Kelsey's
team
bodyguard.
came back and like debunked all of that. But then I heard even further that when the press conference happened, the bodyguard was supposed to be there at the press conference and the motherfucker didn't show up again. So it's like, how credible is he? So if he was in the car and you didn't say nothing, you didn't show up to court, blah, 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 right? Then Tory gets stabbed up in jail by the Mexican
Now you
homie.
feel bad?
Now you feel bad,
Mexican
and you
homies,
come back and you like, oh well.
He shouldn't be there in the first to begin. But I knew Kelsey had something to do with it when she asked for immunity. What do you need immunity from?
Right.
Exactly.
But Tory is guilty of being an asshole.
Yeah.
Well,
You don't win. Like, there's got to
be.
be, you cannot take, in the climate of protect black women and Me Too, you cannot take lightly somebody getting shot. You cannot make a joke of that.
No, I agree.
It's not
I agree.
funny.
No.
Right.
And honestly, that's honestly how he got. If that man would have been, yo, I'm so sorry, I don't know what happened. He could have went on a press run like, yo, I don't know what happened to this girl. I know I ain't shoot her, but we are fully cooperating with the police.
Right.
You over here making songs about the bitch. You making
you
like
on live talking
Yeah.
shit. You popping shit. That's his own stupid ass fault. You gotta have some humility. If you don't,
See, look, we just talked about this with Diddy. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm gonna do better and get out of it. He could have went to Bali.
No, I think he definitely should have played it. Even though she started attacking him.
He started first. Allegedly.
She accused him of... All right.
She said
She
that.
accused
No,
him
in the
of
beginning
what?
she didn't accuse
So
him.
question, I have a question. Y'all
In the
said
beginning, she
something-
didn't accuse him.
No, y'all right. But you said something. No, for real, you're right. But y'all said something, and I get it. I'm team females all day, right?
Yeah, Megan lied.
The whole protect,
I don't feel like she
How come we
lied.
never hear about... Y'all make it... Some women make it seem like, yo, black men is protected out here. It's like, yo, the black woman is... They're not protected. I don't see any proof that black men is protected.
So okay,
In no way.
I
I don't
understand.
think y'all are protected out here.
I understand what you're saying, but I do because
Because we protect a lot of real men. We protect y'all.
But
Don't
Dre,
protect us.
you are a dying breed.
so I don't feel like that.
Oh.
I don't feel like he's a
Well,
dying
first of all, I am
breed.
a damn dying breed.
Okay. Not only because I
interesting,
feel like there are many men, like, I feel like the men that are in my life, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
the men that I'm surrounded with, the men that I come in contact
protect
with
you, right?
are protectors, so I don't feel, so then that goes back to, it's the same thing as, people saying, oh, black dads are not there. And it's like, no, that's not true.
Your black dad
Exactly.
not there, but
So
mine.
that's what I'm saying.
So that's why I'm saying, like, it's not a dying breed, but I do feel like men are supposed to be the protectors. Like, women, we can protect you, not in a different way. I mean, yeah, like back in the civil rights, the black women were on the front line and, we're out there and all of those things. But it's like, the men are just protectors.
Yeah, we're not talking about physically protecting, right?
So what do you mean?
It could be emotional. It could be... by keep telling us we don't protect black women, not you.
Right.
'cause you say it.
Right.
But if you keep saying that, that's not protecting us. That's not making us feel secure like y'all got us.
Well, I think that comes down to...
I think what's happening is we are holding the large population accountable for the actions of a smaller group within the population. It happens to men, it happens to women, it happens, period.
Right.
So, like, when we say protect black women, it may not be you. But we talking to people that don't do it.
Right.
Same way when men will say, make generalizations about women, females.
Mm-hmm.
That's not all women.
Right.
It's maybe the ones you've experienced, but that doesn't speak for all. Same thing when women be like, niggas ain't shit. No, the niggas you fucked with haven't been shit. But there's some solid men out there. These are all generalizations. And of course, we hold on to the negative more than we hold on to the positive.
Right.
But that's
So I
just a
wouldn't
problem.
say that black women aren't protected by all black men. However,
I'm listening.
there is a lack of protection in certain situations.
So I think we have to start specifying that.
Right.
You can't just say make a blank statement. Like that.
Right.
And yeah, some guys, the real men are gonna get offended. Like, yo, like, wait,
Yeah,
I'm
no.
a good guy. All my friends are good guys. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Who are y'all hanging around?
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So
exactly.
And
We
you
just
just
gotta do a
want to
better
hope you
job.
meet those good guys, but let's be clear, there's a lot of YNs out there.
yeah.
There's a lot of people that was not raised properly on both sides.
Right.
Listen, I don't know what's about to happen in 20 years.
Oh man,
We're gonna have to move away.
Yeah.
Because
it's
these
gonna be
kids is
a whole different planet.
yo.
Yeah.
I was walking through the park, like the Brooklyn Bridge Park, just walking lunch one day. It's a group of little black kids filling up water bottles and throwing it on white people.
I saw when they had the YNs takeover the other day in Brooklyn Bridge Park.
Oh my God.
That was crazy.
Did you see it just
I'll be in
happened
there
at
too.
Menlo Park Mall? It happened at Woodbridge Mall.
Yo, so now you got this older guy. He gets up and he's furious. Like, so the first family, they don't know. You could tell they're foreign. They're like, what just happened? The other guy, he gets up and he's losing it. Now the little black girl is like, oh, you arguing with a minor? Bitch, didn't you just throw water on him?
Yeah.
No, what if he slapped the shit out of you? Y'all want to jump him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, what if he kills you?
Yeah, then what? They stupid. And I do feel like that's
Just a generation.
the generation, like, they being raised on Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah. We lost a community. Remember, I remember on my block, if my mother wasn't home and my neighbor, they have permission to beat me.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get beat again when she come
Yeah.
home.
Because
You know what I'm saying?
why is you embarrassing me?
Yeah.
Now it's like, yo, why you touch my kid? Why you talking about? It's a
Listen, I'm gonna still
the
talk to your
community
kid
is
because
gone,
there's some
man.
bullshit. I looked at them kids. I said, "Come here. What if he had a gun? Your mother would have been saying, putting your body in a box. What the fuck are y'all doing out here?"
Right.
My boss was like, "Leave it alone." I said, "They're black kids, and as a mom, as a black woman, I ain't gonna stay here and watch somebody do some bullshit
Right.
and not say nothing."
Right.
And that's another problem too. We see it. Nobody be checking these kids.
Because you can't nowadays.
And
Like
I'm
I
a-
said,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't. Because the first thing is they get defensive. The older generation embraced it. Like, thank you. This
Right.
generation's like, yo,
Right.
why you saying something to my kid?
Yeah, that's my kid. You
And
raise
now
your
it's
own
now
kid.
it's drama.
Yeah.
You know?
So
Come
now
get-
we're in the mind your business era. Just mind
Yeah.
your business and
Yeah, and that's hard. That's really
It's hard because it's like, you want to, it ain't right.
Right.
Listen, I don't know. It's hard for me to mind my business. If I see some bullshit,
It's true.
it's like I'd rather know that I did my part and ain't nobody die out here.
Right.
the
'Cause
last
you
of a
just-
dying breed. Right back at you, kid.
Nah, it's true.
You know, like with these kids and they're doing these like TikTok meetups and shit like that. It's like it'd be like hundreds of kids like meeting up at Menlo Park Mall or the Woodbridge Mall and then they was down in Seaside. They cut a fucking rug down
Yo,
in Seaside.
Seaside got a page on Instagram. The Jersey Shore police.
Mhm.
Y'all gotta follow it.
It was
Bet you
a
they won't bring
fucking
their ass to Shore
mess.
Hills.
Huh?
They won't do that in Shore Hills.
Oh no.
They won't do
No,
that.
no,
in Shore
no.
I
Hills,
mean,
No,
I
no,
don't think I don't know if Shore Hills is also accessible by a bus either.
Well, these kids is different. So, but they're not taking buses. They getting in Ubers. They parents is dropping them off because if you're not locked in with your kids, you don't know.
What they
You're
got
not
going on.
listening. Let me tell you something. I'm listening to everything Kingston talking about. You
I'm
know,
about to
So-
install a burner a screen copy like. Oh, you texted? I ain't shit. Huh?
right? You stupid. But it's like when we were young, when we were kids, we had shit to do. These kids don't have nothing to do.
Yeah.
You know,
They don't
so
wanna go outside.
they
They
don't
don't
have
dance.
anything to do. But there were like community centers open. There were different things that we could do.
They
There was
still
like
got them.
skating rings.
still got
Not
'em.
really.
They still got-
got them, but not
really.
like
It's
before.
not like how it
And
was
is
for
it?
us.
Is it? Do you really
was
want them to go there?
But it was
Like,
only
right.
like that for us because we didn't have no devices and games like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
So we had to go to like. Honestly, we should do a World Cut the Wi-Fi Day.
Mhm.
Like I don't want to go to work anyways. Like,
Okay.
World Be Present Day. I would really.
I'm
I'd
not
love to
mad at
see
that.
that shit. Like no Wi-Fi. We used to do tablet free Sundays. No cell phone. We sit here. We gonna watch some movies. We gonna sit here and be together.
I mean, that's how a lot of
Wi-Fi to watch movie.
Well,
You gotta pull out the
Nowadays-
fucking VHS.
Nowadays you do.
listen, we finna play Monopoly then.
Okay.
Yo, I've been
Oh, nobody
I've
do
been
that
begging
shit.
my
Yo,
family to
I
play
taught my
Monopoly.
kids how to play
Yeah,
Monopoly.
it's too
begging them
long.
to.
It's too long. That's what
Yeah.
everybody always told me. It's too
It
long.
is long, but that shit.
you so much about life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you out here bankrupt because you done land on somebody's
Yeah.
property with 3 houses.
I was just about to say, I feel like creativity is dying. Like,
Yeah.
even stuff like games and all this stuff was invented from you being bored. You know what I'm saying? There was Coco Levia and all this other shit was
Still
invented because
baking.
people was bored. We ain't had nothing to do. So
Yeah.
They
You
don't
went
even
outside?
make it lands no more.
Still a bacon was a broke ass game too. You had
What was
to
it?
I love that
still a
game.
bacon.
What's still the bacon?
Pyro, please.
I don't remember it all the way. But that's the game where they put the thing in the middle,
you
right?
gotta run,
and
yeah.
both people run, and you try to grab it and you run back.
And you run back to your thing
And-
safe.
Yeah,
without
run
being
back
touched.
safe. You know?
So real quick,
What's
we
up?
got a this about this. They can't text me. They tell me to stop the clock. This is beautiful. He got the remote.
Don't be rude. Do not be fucking rude.
I posted something on Facebook a couple weeks ago. I want to know y'all, what y'all think about this.
Okay.
I want y'all to name something that your parents used to tell y'all. Now you find yourself telling your kid.
Who don't listen must feel.
I'm not one of your little friends.
That was popular
Who
on my
don't
post.
listen must feel. Oh, your friends will lead you, but they're not gonna take you back.
I never heard that one.
Me either.
It's Caribbean.
The first one I knew was Caribbean. That's the
Who
Caribbean.
don't listen must
Pyro,
feel.
you deep thought over there.
Because it's not much,
This
like
is great.
because my mom's Caribbean was different.
Give me one.
I think the most thing I would say is your nobody's gonna be there for you like your family,
Right.
and you're gonna realize that. You're gonna realize that. So that's
Mine
just
was-
what I say.
Everybody ain't.
Oh,
I was
okay.
gonna say,
One,
that's
everybody-
what to this day my mother said.
Yeah, no, stick breaking your
Yeah.
ear.
It's
See, my mom said that
Stick
a lot, but I don't say that. I don't say that to my kids, though. I heard that every day. But
They stick breaking your ears. Your father a glass maker.
Oh yes, it's your $5 glass maker.
Yo, you know what's crazy? My mother, one of her favorite lines was, because she till this day she don't like when we're on the phone. Even goes to her house now. Like, y'all would think y'all work for the phone company. We both end up working for the phone. Gotta speak it to existence.
That is so funny.
Listen, I figure out some
Sorry.
kids to
Word. I gotta think about this. But yeah, I'm not one of your little friends. I told that to Kingston all the time. I'm not. Who are you talking
that
to?
probably was the most popular answer.
Yo, you know what gets me? My mother used to like when we would talk about her, we'd be like, who is she?
Oh yeah, mama.
She is the cat's mother. Let me tell you, when them kids be talking about who the fuck
Who is she? Who is she?
Who is she?
My name is Mommy. Okay.
Hello. They be like, cause mommy. Okay.
Okay. Period. Put some
Okay.
respect on my title.
I came a long way to be
Okay.
here. Shit.
Tuh.
All right, well, we're gonna talk about our topic next time.
So you had a topic?
We had a whole topic.
Oh,
It's all good.
Oh yeah, they right before we came on, they told us what it was. So I guess y'all save it for the next song. I won't blow it up.
wait, can we?
No, we can't. We can't. We're gonna save it.
Save it. I was just
it's an evergreen topic.
Yeah.
It's timeless. It's not.
All right,
it's not
all
time
right.
specific.
It would have been good because holidays coming up.
Yeah.
But what's
I mean, we did talk about it just a little bit.
Father's Day.
And being a good day.
We want to
All good.
shout out to all the dads out there. This shit is not parenthood is ghetto. Being a dad is hard. You're fighting,
Pull out.
having to provide.
Not pull out.
Pull out.
Hey, you better pray afterwards.
Make her swallow. Stick it in water.
Okay, you gotta do something.
It's thicker than water. Not but for real. Like, shout out to all the dope ass dads. I'm trying to have a sentimental. Shout out to the dads and men.
Shout out to all the dads. I love
To the
dads,
dads.
man.
No, I think you guys are so important. As moms, we get credit, but shit, we can't do it without you.
Nope.
These kids need y'all. It's dope when dads pull up to the game, at the events, and the kids, my dad, it's such a flex
Yeah.
to have a healthy relationship with your dad.
Okay, I'm sorry. In closing, I just saw something on Facebook.
See, that's why you
He
can't
talk
talk
about
about
he
Facebook.
2
talk
days
about
ago.
the 2 minutes.
I can't leave Facebook alone. Hold on. This is it. We're gonna close out this. It was a guy, right? He was like, I usually don't go to Facebook but I'm so hurt.
Oh, I saw
With
that.
the 8 tickets for the step.
Let
Let me tell you something.
Let me find it real quick.
Well, I sent it. It's at the top of my list because I sent this. Let me tell you
That
something.
should
I've been dating a guy who.
Okay.
Real quick.
Uh-huh.
I've been dating a guy who mentioned he was in a long-term relationship with a woman who had 3 kids. He only has one.
Mhm.
And he said for the longest time he couldn't figure out his resentment in that situation. He was just like, when these kids they're not together anymore. These kids are older. They have forgotten everything that he's ever done for them. And it's like, it's hard being in a relationship and giving your all to somebody else's child because they don't owe you nothing.
Right.
And that is a clear example.
And you're
of it.
expendable
Yeah.
at any minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I feel like
It's the mom's fault.
I literally was about to say that. Okay, it says I need to get something off my chest. Yesterday, my stepdaughter graduated and I wasn't invited. I've been in her life since she was 4 months old. Married her mother when she turned 2. I've been there, consistent, showing up, providing, loving her like my own. But come graduation day, I wasn't given a seat. Like, they told me there were only 8 tickets. Only 8. Let me tell you who made the list. My wife, her 2 sisters, her biological dad, her uncle, her grandma, her aunt, and her boyfriend. 8 tickets, and I wasn't one of them.
That boyfriend would have sat at home.
Bet.
Right. Because I do believe both dads could have been there.
Right, for sure.
One of them sisters supposed to
No, fuck that. The boyfriend.
One of them sisters.
The
That
boyfriend.
was her boyfriend.
The girl's boyfriend.
Right.
Not family. Listen, I know y'all love each other. Meet us at the restaurant.
No,
But it gets iller. Look at the stuff.
okay.
This is her day too. It should count for something.
Absolutely. So her
Like, did the aunties and uncles, they wasn't there through her upbringing too? Like, you don't know.
All I know is he tagged him in. He got to be in.
I don't think the boyfriend needs to.
Oh, that
No,
boyfriend.
I feel like the little girl's boyfriend being there, I feel like that's okay. Somebody else could have sat out. Okay. So then it says, I've been sitting with that pain all day. I took Time off work, 3 days gone. I drive trucks. That's money and time I can't get back. And still I got left out. So today I made some decisions. I removed her from my car and health insurance. I took her off of everything I'd been covering. Told her mother, since she's grown and graduated, she can go stay with her father, the one she made room for over me. Now there's tension in my house. Emotions are high, but I'm standing on what I feel because the truth is I'm so hurt. Not mad, just deeply and genuinely hurt. I don't need applause. I just needed to speak my truth. Thanks for listening.
Okay.
He was used enough.
So
I
I
think with insurance.
I don't think
but
that he should have made a decision while he was still in his hurt.
I agree.
Now, the decision he made, I probably would have made the same shit too. I ain't gonna hold you.
Health insurance out of
No, because
I don't know
let
if
me
I
tell you
did that.
something.
And I'm petty as
Let me
shit,
tell you
but-
something.
Oh,
Y'all made a choice. Y'all made a choice to have an
gotta stand on
absent
business.
father show up and take my place, and I've been doing all of this. Call her daddy. That's not his kid. Y'all made it very clear that's not his kid. Y'all made it very clear in that
Exactly.
moment.
Crystal clear.
It's not his fucking kid.
That
Now,
relationship
while
is
I may
cooked.
not kick her out the house because shit, it's still her daughter. Like whatever.
But
I'm not paying shit for her.
that
No.
relationship is cooked.
Oh, yeah, it's a wrap.
Oh yeah, but you could
Wait, they still together?
Yeah, he said it's tension in
They
his home.
married.
She probably stopped fucking back with baby daddy.
So shout out-
The baby daddy
Whoa.
probably was her first love. He probably played in her face. She probably never really got over that love. She just moved on from that love.
That shit's stupid.
Now she probably loves her husband, but there's always that one person that what
The
if,
one that got
this
away.
could have been our life. This could have been, and that's why she let that man come in there. And do
But
that
then
dumb
I
shit.
feel like as a mother, right? If this is who you procreated with, and he showed you, and now we're being super hypothetical because we don't know, but he showed you exactly how he fucks with you, exactly what he's not willing to do for his kid, and so then you let him come in like fucking Superman on
Save the
draft
day.
day, right? It's like now it's draft day.
blame her.
You know what I'm saying? It's the mother's fault completely.
Oh, for sure.
It is
But
her
you know
fault.
what? As you have to also raise your kids with gratitude, right? You teach your children that when people show up for you, you give reverence to them.
Right.
So even if the mom was a goofy bitch, the daughter should have looked and said, "This my dad too." So she's going to be an adult soon. And this is why there's a level of entitlement with young adults, because there's no reverence and appreciation. It's entitlement.
Right.
He should have did that. He's with my mom. Bitch, fuck you. He ain't your daddy.
Right.
Talk that
Where your
talk.
daddy at?
Yeah.
Your mother should have got you some Medicaid. All your phone bills, she should have paid for that shit. Real talk though.
Shout out to the
and this is
dads.
the issue
Shout
that
out
I
to the
have.
Stepdads.
Word. Shout out to the stepdads.
the stepdads, because you're doing a job that nigga couldn't.
Right.
Pyro, you had a quote that I always love. I don't know if you remember it. It's like, we're not a stepdad. It was some quote. You remember?
You a dad that stepped up. Is it
Something
that
like
one?
that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Not a stepdad. I'm a
Yeah,
dad
yeah.
that stepped up. Yeah, no, for sure. Shout out to all of y'all. Listen, shout out to that
It's
man
been a long
too.
time since I said that. That's,
Sending light
Sorry,
and
I
love
put
to
you on
that
the
man.
spot like that.
Stepdads are super important. So my biological dad, I mean, he dead now, but he wasn't there. My mom got married to my dad. Well, I don't say my stepdad, but they got married when I was 4 and had my sister, and that's literally the only dad I've ever known.
Yep.
And I made it very clear as a child, but I've also have always just had a big ass mouth. But I told my biological dad, I said, Ricky is my dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just something that I knew from a small kid. So it's just like, that's the mom's fault. It's literally the mom's
No,
fault.
for
I
sure.
was raised by someone who's not my biological either.
Right.
So he could, and my biological could never, ever.
Ever. Are you
Come in
crazy?
and be like,
Yeah,
Are
exactly.
you crazy? I'll punch you in your fucking face. Not over my dad.
but my thing is, this man there's no reverence period from the mom, the daughter, and the dad.
Right.
You gotta look at that man and be like, yo, you did some shit I couldn't.
Right. Exactly.
There's gotta be, your daughter is safe, sound, and she made it. You gotta thank the people who reared her. So there's a lot of entitlement in that room. The wife should get back with her baby father so he can dog her again.
Okay.
Again. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
It is.
All right, that's it for this week, y'all.
All right. Let's tell the people where they can find you. We
All right,
can
where
start.
you at?
I want to shout out them New York Knicks, man.
Yeah.
Knicks, come on,
Okay.
pull y'all shit together. I didn't
love-
even know I was a Knicks fan. I'm a Laker fan, but I'm rocking for the Knicks.
They down
Hard
3-1. But
body.
look, if somebody would have told me that my Knicks at the beginning of the season was
That's
3 games
true.
away from the finals, I would have been like, y'all smoked some shit. They 3 games away from the finals. I'm proud of my team. Am I disappointed and brokenhearted? Hell yeah.
Period.
But let's go. We got a couple more games to go. Who knows?
Who knows?
New York
Shout
Miracle.
out to the Knicks.
And happy Father's Day to everybody.
Where can the people find you?
on, I don't know, everywhere. I'm only on Instagram, Pyro, something like that. Pyro.
We gonna tag him.
Like
we gonna tag him. Right here in the little bar at the bottom.
Right. And where you at?
Suge, where you at?
Big Shot Maroc, Instagram, and TikTok.
Because TikTok
And we
is
think
blowing
they
up
can.
over here.
TikTok is where it's at, man.
I can be
Come
found
over.
on Instagram at _amazing_.
And I am at Renisa Rose, and together we are at the Personal Space Podcast. Bye.
Bye.